The lines between politics and business have blurred more than ever before, and so it is no state secret that Anil Ambani shares a great rapport with Mulayam Singh Yadav, or for that matter, Manoj Gaur of the JP Group has a great equation with Mayawati. In fact, the sugar barons of India with steep roots in Uttar Pradesh will be anxiously waiting for the UP verdict on the 6th of March. So the most important constituents, that's corporate India, is heavily watching out for these elections. Simply because a good show by the Congress and a gain for the Congress will mean second-generation reforms will be back on the agenda. It will be a big boost to confidence for tired policy making in New Delhi. But a dismal show by the ruling party will not just put the UP on the back foot, it will most certainly get governance and policy making to a grinding halt. And which is why we believe that the fortunes of businesses and future of India Inc. is very heavily dependent on what UP decides on the 6th of March.
Mayawati or Mulayam? BJP or the Congress? A simple question but no straight answers. The Uttar Pradesh elections and fortunes of businesses are more interlinked than it appears. At least it's particularly true for some business groups. In UP, if the JP Group and Ponti Chadha have prospered under Mayawati, Anil Ambani and Subrata Roy have been at the receiving end in the last 5 years. But are corporates prepared for the cyclical change in fortunes?
If you go too close politically and seen close to a particular set of political thought, then of course there is a risk. And I'm sure they are aware of that risk. And if they think that there's going to be a change, I'm sure they should have factored that risk when it comes to looking at future.
For Manoj Gaur of the JP Group, UP may account for just 10% of its revenues of about 16,000 crore rupees. But going forward, the 165-kilometer Yamuna Expressway and the Ganga Expressway will not just determine his revenues, but also his reputation. Gaur has prospered under Mayawati. His group revenues have grown over 35% in the last 5 years. But things could be tough if Mulayam comes to power. He may be under the scanner on the issue of land acquisition.
At the cost of the farmers, no development can be planned, and development not for the state, for the individual, for a group of the companies or for corporate houses, that is not acceptable to us. Let us be very clear and seriously look into all those land allotments, and wherever wrongdoing has been done, we'll take care of that.
But unlike Gaur, Anil Ambani shares a comfortable bonhomie with Mulayam, whose party supported his candidature to the Rajya Sabha in 2004.
Anil Ambani's proximity to Mulayam Singh Yadav is hardly a secret. The fact that his older brother, estranged Mukesh Ambani, wasn't exactly overjoyed with that kind of his younger brother's ambitions to become a member of the Rajya Sabha is again rather common knowledge.
The cornerstone of Ambani's power plant was the 8,000 megawatt gas-based plant in Dadri, for which Mulayam acquired 2,500 acres, citing public purpose. In his group's scheme of things, UP is a small contributor. But that could change if Mulayam comes to power. Ambani still has land in Dadri, but no gas. Unlike Anil for Subrata Roy, things could not have been tougher under Mayawati. His Sahara Shahar in Lucknow is right next to Maya's magnum opus, the Ambedkar Memorial Complex. And he did pay a price for his much-flaunted friendship with Mulayam. Sahara perhaps has been more aware of a witch hunt in UP, and which is why, barring his real estate and media businesses that have significant exposure in the state, his new businesses, entertainment and hotels, have all been diversifications out of Uttar Pradesh. Another businessman who would like to see the Samajwadi Party take charge in UP like Sahara Shri is Kushagra Bajaj. For sugar manufacturers in UP, India's sugar bowl, Mulayam has been a messiah. Kushagra Bajaj increased his capacity fivefold under Mulayam. Primarily a western UP player, he gate-crashed into the eastern part of the state, which has always been a stronghold of Balrampur Chini, a leader he comfortably displaced. The story of elections and that of India Inc. is not just restricted to a few business houses. A gain for the Congress will be a big boost to policy making. It will bring the second-generation reforms and the many pending issues back in focus. A dismal show will mean UPA will be on the back foot for the rest of its tenure, and allies like Mamata Banerjee will dominate more than ever before. But for now, one thing is certain. When votes in Uttar Pradesh are counted on the 6th of March, India Inc. will be watching with more than just academic interest.
This is Battleground Uttar Pradesh. As much as it's drawing the crowds.
नहीं हम देखने सुनने नहीं आए हैं, इतने बरसात में आए हैं तो वोट देने आए हैं उनको, उन लोगों से उनसे हम लोगों का लगाव है, इस नाते हम लोग आए। इस बरसात में हम लोग भीग के देखने नहीं, बहुत बार उनको देखा गया है, लेकिन इस बार हम लोगों को वोट देना है, यहाँ सरकार उनकी बनानी है, इस नाते हम इस बरसात में आए थे और देखने नहीं आए थे, वोट डालने आए हैं।
राहुल गांधी भारत के भविष्य है और राहुल गांधी जिसे हम लोगों को बहुत सारी आशाएं हैं और देश के वो भविष्य हैं, आने वाले दिनों में वो भारत के भविष्य के रूप में दिखाई देंगे।
But what about his campaign managers? Is anything at all being left to chance?
I am not a mentor, I am not a guru to Mr. Rahul Gandhi. He is a political personality on his own right. Mr. Gadkari doesn't feel that any one of them is competent to sort of lead BJP in Uttar Pradesh. That shows the bankruptcy of leaders in the Uttar Pradesh. So they have to borrow from Madhya Pradesh.
The opposition, of course, begs to differ.
जिस तरीके से चरणों में चुनाव हो रहा, वैसे गुस्सा भी चरणों में है। तो पहले चरण में खुर्दा ऊपर हो रहा था, दूसरे चरण में पर्चा फाड़ा जा रहा है, और तीसरे चरण में हो सकता है मंच से कूद जाए नीचे।
उन्होंने कागज उठाकर उसे समाजवादी पार्टी के वादों की लिस्ट कहकर फाड़ डाला और प्रथम पृष्ठ का फोटो बना, लेकिन इस नौटंकी से फोटो तो छप सकता है मित्रों, वोट नहीं मिल सकते।
It will perhaps be incorrect to say that Rahul stole the thunder from his mother Sonia in 2012. She's perhaps way too happy taking the back seat. But it's the other Gandhi who's been in the shadows and yet been so vividly out of it. Priyanka Gandhi, a brand to reckon with, but she's got everybody guessing. Will she? Won't she? We've got two very special guests, Jitin Prasad of the Congress and of course Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi of the BJP, the two national parties that are slugging it out with Maya and Mulayam for Battleground Uttar Pradesh. Jitin, let's begin with you and ask you this question, and that's perhaps the reason why we're doing this show. Why is Uttar Pradesh so important?
Of course, UP is very important. It's the most populous state in the country. It's got 403 assembly segments. It's got 80 Lok Sabha seats. It has a bearing on national politics, and it is one state which needs a change for sure, and needs some development and other activities to promote people to go forward.
Fair point indeed. UP is important, and just to throw a statistic at our viewers here, 1 out of every 6 Indians lives in UP, and which is perhaps why this state assumes so much of importance. But Mr. Naqvi, let's get you into the discussion. What are the real issues that are impacting people on the ground, and are they really the ones that are being debated on news channels? Are they the ones like an Anna Hazare or a 2G scam or corruption? Because most of these issues, some of us who travelled around the state didn't really find much resonance of that. People were complaining of much larger roti, kapra, makan kind of issues. But what is it that you're picking up?
In Uttar Pradesh, issue is corruption and crime, definitely. Because in ground, everybody is fed up with the corruption and crime. Mulayam Singh Yadav's regime was the regime of crime, and the Mayawati's regime is a regime of corruption. And both regime protected by Congress party. In other hand, you can say the Congress party running both government in last 8 years by remote control in Uttar Pradesh.
Do you think this will give a fillip to reforms, this will give a fillip to economic agenda, this will give a fillip to policy making, if at all you do gain? But if you do lose, and if you make a dismal show here, you know, people back in New Delhi will be in a bit of a spot.
Every election is important, and what bearing it has will be only played out once the results are in place. Right now it's complete speculation, and of course we are putting in our best, and we are convinced that the people of Uttar Pradesh will vote the Congress, and we will see the revival of the Congress in terms of the legislature here, and you will see a new change that the people of UP want, and that will only unfold after the results do come out on the 6th of March.
Mr. Naqvi, somewhere between Rahul and Akhilesh and of course Maya and her elephants, has the BJP got a little lost?
Because Maya, Mulayam and Congress are in power in last 8 years. That is why the people wanted to give the account of their governance. As far as the BJP is concerned, BJP is the only alternative in Uttar Pradesh. In ground, BJP is the of course BJP is the cadre-based party. That is why our very strong election management and very strong election strategy is in ground. And that is why if you see the depression of the Congress party, depression of the Mulayam Singh Yadav ji in public meeting says कि अगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी पूरे बहुमत से आती है तो हम कांग्रेस को सपोर्ट करेंगे. दिस इज मिड इलेक्शन में ये इनका अनाउंसमेंट है अपने हार का.
Jitan, I can't let you go without asking you the one question that every congressman wants to know and everybody else is talking about, which is really the Rahul Gandhi factor, brand Rahul Gandhi. Do you think that's at work? Do you think he'll be able to woo the voters as much as he's drawing the crowds? And because, you know, he's really made this a personal battle of sorts. He's led from the front. This is a litmus test for him.
Well, let me tell you, it's not about an individual. The call is every politician, whenever he faces the electorate, is a test. But that's besides the point. Mr. Gandhi worked in 2007 where we were not that successful, but he continued with the approach of reaching out to the people of UP, and we got fabulous results in 2009, and 22 MPs is what we achieved, and that is the single largest party in UP in terms of MPs. The Congress came about and gave that result. Mr. Rahul Gandhi's work paid results. And now also he's not here for a test or he's here for the long haul.
Gentlemen, I'm afraid I'm completely running out of time here. You'll have to hold your thoughts there, but it's been a pleasure having both of you on Battleground Uttar Pradesh. But one thing is for certain, and this is a thought that we'd like to share with our viewers here, that national political parties, both the Congress and the BJP, while they're trying to get a foothold in Uttar Pradesh, it's really Maya versus Mulayam. And the entire debate centers around who will those two kingmakers ally with after the 6th of March.